Okay, so welcome to IELTS Jockey, and in this video, I'll evaluate a task, and that is task two. And as you can see, it's an agree or disagree essay. It pertains to one of my students, but I cannot take the name of the girl. So okay, let's read the question first. Students generally prefer to choose the period they are supposed to study and the period they are free to have fun. They should be allowed to do their time management. Do you agree or disagree? Okay, before I give my judgment and you agree or disagree with my judgment, I insist that you pause the video now and read the answer thoroughly. As in, I'm gonna go up and down. Pardon my voice, I'm a bit sick right now. So I just display the whole essay for now, and you can have a look at the whole essay before I get to what I want to tell in regard to that essay, this essay. But before reading what the thing is, it will not be fair on your part to judge me and judge my judgment. So okay, so I'm going to display the whole essay once, and you can pause the video and have a look at it. Okay, fine. I hope you have read the whole essay. Now let's get to it. Let's read the first paragraph and let's see what she has done. Students are the future of the nation and they vary in age from 5 years to 25 years. We know that time management is the most difficult task even for the elder generation. So it will not be completely correct to give full access to students to manage their own time period for their studies and leisure time. Thus, I partially agree and disagree with the statement that students can be the only one who can choose their own timetable for all their activities. So the first mistake that I could find out in this essay was the usage of two strong statements, as in she has come to a conclusion that like they are going to be the sole body for deciding things. That is not the case here. They have never mentioned in the essay that they are going to be the sole deciders of the situation. They have just said that they should be given the the students should be given the authority to do so, and in that position of authority they can seek help if they need. But the student who has written this essay has come to a conclusion that the essay wants the students to be the sole authority on the given state of affairs, but that is not at all the case. If you see the question now, the question actually reads, they should be allowed to do their time management. The question has never said that they should be the only ones to make the decisions, nor has it said that the parents should not get involved or the teachers should not get involved. It's all about having freedom and not being autonomous. So that's a big problem that the girl has committed in regard to her attempt, and that's going to mar the score in the task response department, which I will discuss later. So let's read the first body paragraph. Okay, sorry, the first paragraph, the introduction. Students are the future of the nation and they vary in age from 5 years to 25 years. We know that the time management is the most difficult task even for the elder generation. So it will not be completely correct to give full access to students to manage their own time period for their studies and leisure time. Thus, I partially agree and disagree with the statement that that students can be the only one who can choose their own timetable for their all activities. So as I said, two strong claims in the first paragraph, and they also seem to be irrelevant because um, they have never asked for I would say complete authority or anything of that sort. It's all about being the decider from being no decider at all. So you have to consider the difference between you can decide on something, you cannot decide on something, or you are the only one who is gonna you are the only one who are gonna decide on what is gonna happen or not. So a small, I would say a big mistake over here, but let's read the first body paragraph now. So since she has agreed partially, so that means she's going to take a balanced, I would say, stance between agreeing with the situation and disagreeing with it. Let's see what she has done. This paragraph, I'm reading the first body paragraph now. This paragraph will display the facts on basis of what I disagree. Okay, so in this paragraph, she's going to display her notions regarding that in this paragraph, she should talk about why they should not be given the authority, because she is disagreeing. This paragraph will display the facts on the basis of which I disagree. The first and foremost point is, for instance, age. For instance, an elementary offspring is not mature enough to maintain a balance between his studies and free time to play, so he needs guidance and a supporting system. In addition to that, a college student is almost a teenager, so they will prefer more leisure time over their studies. So moreover, they would love to spend their valuable time in socializing instead of focusing on their studies. Thus, they should have an invigilator to keep them on their track. Okay, again something. Okay, let me have another look. Again, something not properly developed, and again a bit tangential, because it's never about not having an invigilator at all. It's all about being the being one of the judges, being, and not about being the only judge. And also, um, as the band descriptors say, she is not she has not elaborated her points well, even if they're wrong. So I'm not very convinced with the first body paragraph. Let's get on to the next one. Okay. On the other hand, I agree with the fact that they should be allowed to make a choice for their timetable. In order to support this statement, I have an example. This is there's a student who choose his own time for study and free time, and also has a good performance in his academics and overall development, whereas there is one who lacks in studies and has a poor development. The reason behind the second child is pressure and stress, which ultimately lowers his performance in all areas. Now, what she has done here is she has talked about the creative freedom that should be a parameter in deciding what we are going to do or not. But if you see what the format she has chosen for this one is that she has given a standpoint and then she has used an example to elaborate on that. And if you see, this is a case of an imbalanced essay. For the first one, she has taken two scenarios to establish her stance, as in she has taken the example of uh, a child who is not sane enough to make his decisions, and about a teenager also, a college going dude. But in the second one, she has taken only one example to bring forth her ideology, and that's not a very good thing in an exam. uh, okay, let's be specific. In the IELTS exam, why this is an imbalance essay. 2 points here, 1 point here. Now I'll show you the band descriptors in the task response department, and then you'll get to know why this is a problem. And then the conclusion. To sum up, it is true that at certain age, students need direction and a pillar system to support them. But still, they need some space to understand themselves, that how actually they works, because every individual is unique. Again, something half-baked, something so-so. This essay was about this essay. First of all, it's if I talk about the task response thing only, it has gone awry. First of all, on account of being too strong, as in being off track, on account of taking a premise that talks about the children's being the sole, I would say, deciding authorities, but that has never been there in the, I would say, frame, if you read the question. And after that, the development is not proper, and there is a there's an imbalance also. So let's see what the band descriptors have to say about this kind of performance. Okay, for the task response thing, our Jane Doe stands at a band 5, addresses the task only partially. The format may be inappropriate in places. The format is actually inappropriate at places because a good, I would say, band descriptor would require you to present relevant ideas with the full elaboration and support, which is the case at 9, presents a fully developed position in answer to the question with relevant, fully extended and well-supported ideas. Here, the thing is that certain things have ideas, other things have certain things have development, other things have none. And also the ideas themselves are not very much on point. They are tangential a bit. I um I it I cannot give her a 4 because 4 says response to the task only in a minimal way or the answer is tangential. There are certain things that are tangential when the task is asking you for being a decider and you are shook on discussing there should be the sole decider or not. So it's not completely tangential, it is not completely off track, but there has been some tampering with the question and that has led to the downfall. And so 5 is, I think, the best bet. So there's partial, I would say, I would say, um, sense, but it's not completely tangential, but it's not completely, I would say, favorable either. So, but it's not, I would say, sorry, but it's not completely favorable either. So expresses a position, but the development is not always clear. As you have seen, somewhere only an example, other places as in some more development or something, and there may be no conclusions drawn, which is, I think, which is not the case here. The conclusion, however wrong they are there. So present some main ideas, but these are limited and not sufficiently developed. For sure, the case. An example doesn't always account for a full elaboration. Explanation should be something. Supporting should be something else. So examples as per my, as in if you are an average writer, as in you should always use examples only for the support thing and not elaboration thing. And there may be irrelevant detail, could be but could not be. I'm not sure about this. So for task response parameter, she gets a band 5. Let's get to the next part, coherence and cohesion. About coherence and cohesion, the first thing is that your paragraphing should be up to the mark. There should be some connective, connecting devices and all in addition to moreover, etc. It's etc. And all those things, as if your things should be easy to understand. Now, in that department, I think she has done moderately well. Let me get to a point about that. One second. So okay, so her main issue in regard to coherence and cohesion, which asks for organization that leads to, I would say, easy reading and proper paragraphing. To be very, very, I would say, precise about that. Her main problem is, I would say, progression, where things are haphazard at certain points and they are not very well, I would say, to the thing that the question is asked. But he has done moderately well in regard to the technical aspects, like one idea, one paragraph, which again, which is something obnoxious here, but she still has managed that on an average account. And the cohesive devices thing. So I believe she deserves a 6 in this regard. Now let's see how. Okay, it has already encircled 6 here. So arranges information and ideas coherently, and there's a clear overall progression. So I can see that the overall progression is there, as in I can see where the essay starts and where it ends, and how it wants to convey the thing that the agreement is partial, no matter it is to something, I would say, slightly off track. But still, agreement and partial agreement is there. and it can be deduced from A to Z. But the problem is that progression is not throughout. As in, I can understand from A to Z, but if I have to read something from A to F, maybe I would have to reconsider it maybe more than once, more than twice, maybe. As in, okay, she has tried to say this. So the progression is overall progression is there. I can understand the overall picture, but the individual parts of the picture, they are difficult to understand because of the bad task response, first of all, and then the grammar and vocabulary errors, which I'm going to discuss a bit later. So um, you can as in our sister can work on, I would say, her grammar and vocabulary, and her, as in, she could think before she writes, because that is going to help her in a better way, in a far stronger way. Because if you don't have the essay here, it can't be on the paper also, and that's a big thing. As in, she didn't give a thought to what she was going to write, and that has led to a mess of an essay. I'm sorry to say that, but since she has paid me to do so, I will be brutally honest here. So uh, arranges information and ideas coherently, and there's a clear overall progression. But as I said earlier also, there is no clear progression throughout. That throughout is a problem. Uses cohesive devices effectively, but cohesion within and or between sentences may be faulty or mechanical. There is that thing. When I go back to the essay, you will see. Uh, but cohesion between sentences may be faulty or mechanical, may not always use referencing clearly or appropriately. Referencing is that you're using the right kinds of pronouns, or you are using the right kinds of verbs. Maybe I went there, and okay, and there was a bad place. I went there, and there was a bad place. In place of there, it should be it was a bad place. So referencing was wrong in my earlier example. May not always use referencing clearly or appropriately. That is the case at certain junctures. Uses paragraphing, but not always logically. Yeah, as in my opinion, they could have been first of all, if she wanted to use 2 points for one, I would say, standpoint, she should have used two for the other one also, and there could have been a clearer picture with only one idea, one paragraph, as in introduction, first agreement, paragraph 1 introduction, paragraph 2 second agreement, first agreement, paragraph 3 second agreement, space, paragraph I would say 4 first disagreement, and so on. So that could have been a clearer picture. So paragraphing is there, but not always logical. So a 6 in coherence and cohesion. Let's evaluate vocabulary now. So students are the future of the nation, vary in age. Okay, we know time management is the most difficult task even for the elder generation. There is nothing like elder generation. Uh, this is a wrong word here. It could be older. Elder is used for relationships, as in my, if I'm talking about maybe my brother, my elder brother, when you want to refer to only the age thing, as in the age of one is greater than the age of the other, then you use older. So for the older generation, or she could have used the elderly or something. So it will not be completely correct to give full manage their studies. Leisure, the spelling is wrong here. Does I partially agree or disagree with the statement that students can be the only one who can choose their own timetable for all their activities? Okay, as in a small piece of advice to all of you, if you are watching this video, try to break your sentences, as in I've seen this tendency with kids that they want to continue their thought to a very large extent, as in, but that's not needed. Try to break your things up, as in it could have been better had it been written in this way. Maybe does I partially agree with and disagree with the statement, full stop. uh, Sorry, statement that students can only be the one who choose their timetable okay, in this case I don't think it's needed, but I'll come to that point later, as in you can always break your things up and that would be clearer, and that will give you higher score in the coherence and cohesion again. So this paragraph will display the facts on the basis of I disagree. The first and foremost point is an elementary offspring. Now, offspring is not a very good term to be used for kids who are studying. This is something really bad. I presume that it has only been used to, for the sake of paraphrasing and all, but no paraphrasing is better than, bad paraphrasing. So don't do that if you do not know that. So an elementary offspring I would use for maybe a kid who is, being fed milk or something. That this is not something you use for a child who is, see, students generally prefer choose and study and have fun. Offspring is a wrong term. No offspring needs to manage his time between any two things or um, that shebang. So this paragraph will display the facts on the basis of which I disagree. The first and foremost point is, for instance, element is being mature enough to maintain a balance between his studies and free time to play. So he needs guidance and supporting and a supporting system. I think a better collocation could have been a support system, but this also is not wrong. So let's let it be a socializing instead of invigilate. Okay. So I think she has done well on the vocabulary part, I think. Uh, okay, so let's give her a score on this parameter also. In the evaluation parameters, this vocabulary thing is called lexical resource. Let's see how she has fared in this department as per the official descriptors. Let's get to them um, head on. Okay, on vocabulary, I could say she, okay, I'm a bit iffy here, as it because This is something very slippery. Uh, okay, I'm gonna go with a 7 right now, but she has a chance of getting an 8 also. But I'm not an experienced trainer. I'm not an official trainer, I would say. So I can't give her high hopes. I have not given her an 8. First of all, there are some collocation errors like a supporting system. A support system could have been a better thing and a more common term. And as I mentioned, some errors here and there. So there are occasional errors, word errors. And there was a spelling error also, as we noticed. And also precision, as in if they're asking for precision, I would presume that the precision should be about the topic that has been given to you. Precision, as in it should not only be about the meaning you want to convey. It should always it actually should always overlap with the fact that what they are asking, that should also be given in a precise way. So since she is off topic a bit, so her precision is according to her choices. Like offspring was a very bad term to use here. So that's okay. I actually stick to my judgment that she deserves a 7 only, because certain terms are good. Socializing, and on the other hand, unique, and as in other, as we have read over there. But there are some wrong words. There are some, I would say, there's one spelling error we noticed. So could have been better, could have been on topic, and could have been, I would say, more, I would say, elegant. But otherwise, he has done well with her good collocations. On the other hand, every individual and all. And there are some rare terms also, like socializing. Of course, it's going to sound a bit awkward that I say socializing is a rare term, but I'm talking specifically in the IELTS, I would say, jargon. So according to them, such terms are good. Some such terms are rare. Not rare in the, as in you cannot use terms of the sorts of maybe juggernaut, or maybe I would say lithologica here. They are too esoteric to be in an IELTS essay. But if you see, she has some, her essay has some terms that would count as rare in an IELTS dictionary. Maybe a moreover, invigilator, and she has managed the spelling quite well over here. Ultimately, so she has a good command of the language as far as the vocabulary is concerned, but at certain points she has gone off track, and I would say inelegant also. So she could work on that. Fine. So a 7 in vocabulary. Now let's get to the grammar thing. So 151617. Prima facie, I can say her grammar stands at a 6, but I would need to take a deeper look at that. Why, you will get to know, as in I will tell you as in why she, okay, this is just because I've read her essay 2 3 times now, so I can presume that she would stand at a 6. But okay, let's scrutinize the thing. Students are the future of the nation, and they vary in age from 5 years to 25 years. Students are the future of the nation, and they vary in age from 5 years to 25 years. This seems that there's only one nation in the world. So the students of a nation are its future. That could have been better. So a nation, the students of a nation are the future of it, are its future, sorry. And they vary, okay, there's no comma here. The close separate, the separating comma. Students of a nation are the very, we know that time management is the most difficult task even for the older generation. So first, why is there not a space between the full stop and the second sentence starter? We know that time management is the most difficult task even for the elder generation. So it will not be completely correct to give full access to students to manage their own time period. I would say schedule. So it will not be completely correct to give full access to students to manage their own time period for their studies and leisure time. Thus, I partially agree and disagree with the statement. If you didn't, she didn't have to write agree and disagree. If you do one thing partially, you are doing the other thing partially, as in auto by default. So don't, as in again something awkward. Thus, I partially agree and disagree with the statement that students can be the only one who can choose their own timetable for all their, okay, for their all activities. Uh, for all their activities, that is grammatically more appropriate. Thus, I partially, and again, the space is not there. Thus, I partially agree and disagree with the statement that students can be the only one who can choose their own timetable for their all activities, for all their activities. That's more elegant. And I would say more, as in more teachers would consider that grammatically correct. Only that grammatically correct, I would say. Okay, so we'll have to erase this thing. This paragraph, okay, the spelling is wrong here again. Okay. I didn't count it for the lexical resource thing, but let it be. This paragraph will display the facts on the basis of the article is missing over here. This paragraph will display the facts on the basis of what I disagree. Okay. The first and foremost point is age, for instance, and the first and foremost point, for instance, an elementary offspring is not mature enough to maintain a balance between his studies and the free time to play. Mhm. Okay. So he needs guidance and a supporting system. In addition to that, a college student is almost a teenager, so they will prefer more leisure time over their studies. Okay, a college student is almost a teenager. Are we teenagers when we go to college? I don't think so. Okay, almost a teenager, she has said, so let it be. Prefer is used with the preposition to. In addition to that, a college student is almost a teenager. Okay, so there should be a comma here. So they will prefer leisure time to their studies. Okay, but okay. Moreover, they would love to spend their valuable time in socializing instead of focusing on their studies. They would love to spend their valuable time in socializing studies. Thus, they should have an invigilator. Okay, she has, I think, repeated thus. She could have chosen therefore, hence, and um, therefore, hence, consequently, as a consequence. There are many more terms like that, but it's okay. So they would love to spend their valuable time. PLUAP. Okay. On the other hand, I agree with the fact that they should be allowed to make a choice for their timetable. Okay. In order to support this statement, I have an example. Okay, there is a student. Okay, she should have started a new sentence over here. In order to support this statement, I have an example. There's a student who chooses his own. There's a student who chooses own time for study and free time, and also has a good performance in his academics. Okay, and overall development. Whereas there is one who lacks in studies. Okay, um, and has a poor development. The reason behind the second child is pressure and study, which ultimately lowers his performance in all areas. On the other hand, I agree with the fact that they should be allowed to make a choice for their timetable in order to support this statement. I have an example. There is a student who chooses, first of all, chooses his own time for study and free time, and also has a good performance in his academics and overall development. Now, see, there was no need for continuing this sentence from here, which is already bungled. So she could have put a full stop here and started with a new sentence, but she has continued it. So I have an example. There's a student who chooses his own time for study and free time and also has a good performance in his academics. This is too complicated to understand and either grammatically or contextually. Um, in order to support this statement, I have an example. There's a student who chooses his own time for study and free time and also has a good performance in his academics and overall development, whereas there is one, it should have been there is another, okay, whereas there is one who lacks in studies and has a poor development. Okay, I think lags would have been better. With lag, you do not need a preposition. So lags in studies and has a poor development. The reason behind the second child is pressure and stress, which ultimately lowers his performance in all areas. Okay, there are two things here, pressure and stress. So the verb should be plural here, lower. To sum up, it is true that at certain age, students need direction and a pillar system to support them. To sum up, it is true that at certain ages or at a certain age. So either an article at a certain age, or I think the better version would be at certain ages. So to sum up, it is true that at certain ages, students, okay, then a comma over here, I would say, would do the trick. The best version would be, okay, let me erase the article. It should be something like this. It is true that, comma, at certain ages, comma, students, see, again, a grammatical issue here. Students need, uh, to sum up, comma, it is true that, comma, at certain ages, comma, students need direction and a pillar system to support them. Okay. But still they, one second. But still they need some space to understand themselves, and that how actually they works, because every individual is unique. Okay. But still, you do not start a sentence with but is a conjunction, and the structure that can be used with but is like you write to one clause over here, as in this, and then put a comma, then use but, then the other part and full stop. For instance, uh, I like you, comma, but you hate me, full stop. I like you, but you hate me. So, but still they need some space to understand themselves, that how actually they works. Sorry, but they need some space to understand themselves as to that how actually they works. What is this? They works. They work because every individual is unique. So as we can see, quite a lot of, I would say, grammar mess over here. But they need some space to understand that how they, how actually they works, because every individual is unique. So I think they've already pointed out many, so I don't need to go further into that. So see, as in most of our grammar is bungled, as in most of our essay is grammatically important. But the good thing is that despite the issues, I'm able to understand what she's trying to say. Mostly, I'm able to understand what she's trying to say. So let's see what she can get for this thing. Okay, in grammar, as I would say divined at the start, as in she deserves 6. As in, the good thing is that I'm able to understand her things, and she has attempted quite a lot of structures, as in order to, but as in whereas all those things, she has tried to use a lot of structures, and her communication is there despite the obvious errors. So let's see what the sixth descriptor says. Uh, yeah, here. Sorry, let me zoom it out a bit. So she is at a point that corresponds to 6, as in she uses a mix of simple and complex sentence forms. As I've said, she has tried to use a lot of variety, and she makes some errors in grammar and punctuation, but they rarely reduce communication. The good part is that they do not reduce communication mostly, and that's why she deserves a 6. As in, if she wants to get a 7 or something better, so she would have to produce frequent error-free sentences. Fine. So her scores are: task response, I had decided on a 5. Coherence and cohesion, I had given her a 6. Lexical resource, 7. And grammar, 6. So overall, a band 6 for this essay. As in, if you see that 6 would, one would go here and it would come out to be a 6 on an average. So fine. If you have liked this video, I request you to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.